In this video, I'm going to give you 5 awesome serve drills that are going to transform your serve. Drill number 1. I want you to use a half motion, starting with your hand about shoulder height, with the tip of the racket pointing down. Then just toss and serve. Look at this picture of Giovanni Pericard. You'll see his wrist curled over with the tip of the racket pointing down. Now, a couple benefits come from this position while serving. First is when your wrist is curled over, your arm is very, very loose. And when you're loose, you can travel and your arm can travel very fast. 2, by having the tip of the racket down, it lengthens the distance the racket has to travel in order to get to the ball in time. And that's going to create speed in your serve. And third, it keeps you away from the waiter's tray position. See, if you have, or if you're a coach and you see some of your students having a waiter's tray position where the strings face up in the serve, this position is wrist extension, meaning the wrist is laid back. The opposite of that is wrist flexion, or the wrist flexed and curled. So as you lift the racket, it's a good idea to feel like the wrist is curled over on the way up, and you'll get all those benefits. Let me hit a real serve now, and you'll see as I lift the racket, I'm going to keep the tip of the racket down. Drill number 2. Think of the swing path as a lasso. The idea being that the swing is more helicopter-like or lasso-like than we may think. I talk to a lot of rec players every week when I analyze their serves on video. And they'll say things like, Ryan, I'm trying to shove the racket down my back, or I'm really trying to move the racket down to my shorts because I know the deeper my racket goes, the harder I'm going to hit the serve. And in some cases, sure, if you do it the right way. But the right swing thought for you to hit better serves might just be to think of the swing as more of a lasso or a helicopter blade. The swing is circular. Circular swing allows for racket speed buildup. So if you just stand with your racket, yee-haw, just like a cowboy, with the racket going above your head, and then you think of your serve, you can even start with the wrist curled over like this, and you think of when you toss the ball, draw a lasso. Now, you might see that my racket drops on this demonstration, but in my mind, I feel like I'm keeping the racket up above my head. The goal is to feel that lasso motion. I'll do it right now. And the looseness in the arm, the way that the racket accelerates when it turns, you'll be able to get a ton of energy from the swing into the ball. If you're the type of player who you feel like when you toss the ball, you shove your racket down your back, then changing to more of a lasso motion, you're going to feel a big difference in the speed of your serve. Drill number 3, wear a birthday hat and hit it off your head from front to back during the motion. I came up with this back in 2014. I was teaching a bunch of 8-year-olds and I said, hey, unicorns cannot serve correctly because their racket would run into the horn. Look at Sam Groth, the fastest server of all time, Federer, Kyrgios, Osaka. They move the racket in over their head, and if they wore a birthday hat, they would hit it every time. If you use a waiter's tray motion, or the racket's going back towards your back, or maybe that idea of scratch your back, that's not what we're looking for. We want the racket, like you're saluting, to pass in over the head from front to back, and the birthday hat gives you that instant feedback. If you have never practiced this, please go to a store, pick up a birthday hat, and hit some serves. I promise you, it will give you the instant feedback as to whether you did it incorrectly or you actually served with a professional motion. Drill number 4, hit the ball with the wrong side of the racket. Even if you have your wrist curled and you use the lasso and you hit the birthday hat, it's still possible that your wrist will lay back, your strings will face up, and you'll hit very flat into the ball. Whether you're looking for spin, like a slice, or a flat serve, or even a topspin serve, the goal is to be on edge, or even more than on edge, and supinated with the strings down as you go up to the ball. In fact, look at this picture of Felix Auger-Aliassime, and you'll see his strings are actually facing down as he's going up to the ball. That's what this drill helps you achieve. It gives you the feeling of what it's like to be a pro, where when you're going up to the ball, your strings are facing down. Now the pros will turn and present the strings to the ball, but we rec players, we need sometimes a little bit of help, and having the strings down and using the wrong side of the racket just to feel what it's like to get into this position can be the solution. So hit your serve and use the wrong side of the racket, and you'll feel what it's like as you're going up to the ball to be like a pro. Once you get this feeling, sure, then you can learn how to pronate into the serve, but use the wrong side of the racket and you're gonna feel something that the pros feel every time they serve, but it might be very foreign to you. And drill number 5, I want you to be careful about the way you go and get a second ball when practicing your serve. What I mean by this is, you have to be careful that you're not spinning as you serve and over-rotating, because it'll really hurt your accuracy and the speed of your serve. For instance, this is what I see a lot. Players serve and they do this. See what I did? Watch what I did here. Watch me just spin as I hit the ball. See, what I'm doing is I'm hitting as a right-hander and then turning to the left and then coming back to talk to you. Notice where I've placed the basket. What I'm gonna do is hit the serve, and when I'm done, I'm gonna turn back to the right to get the ball. I'm gonna hit and turn to my right. This promotes me keeping my body facing the net post. As a right-hander, the right net post, which is what you want to hit your best serves. My body is facing the right net post, so now I turn to my right to get the next ball. You see this mistake all the time when players send me videos and they want me to analyze their serve. You'll see players, the basket will be right behind them, and they'll hit the ball as a righty, and they turn, and I've even seen players, they hit, and they're looking back over their right shoulder while facing the camera to see if the ball goes in. You would never do this when you play. You would never turn your, I mean, I hope not, you would never turn your back to the opponent. So when you're done, hit your serve and then turn to the right if you're right-handed. Obviously, if you're a lefty, you're gonna turn to your left. This eliminates the possibility of over-rotation, and you will feel a big increase in your serve speed as well. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton Ball Machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls and weighs less than 20 pounds. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is, and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link. So click right there to check out the Proton Ball Machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. Work on these 5 awesome serve drills, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.